Welcome everybody! It is Heroes of the Storm time once again, and you might already realize that something is a bit different. I'm in a different room, might echo a bit as well, and the reason is pretty simple. I'm back in Germany. I moved back from Korea to Germany just a few days ago. I arrived last week, and right now I actually don't have an apartment on my own yet, so I'm currently staying with a friend, hijacking not only his living room but also his internet connection. So for the next few days it's going to be a little bit different than it's been in the last few months, up to the point where I finally find my own place and then can move in, get my own internet, my setup and everything. So I hope that you don't hear too much of an echo, but the room is like, the ceiling is pretty high, so there's a bit of an echo in here. I hope you don't hear that on the recording. But well, we're going to focus on Heroes of the Storm once again. As already promised at the beginning, we have a new tournament. It is another VersaSphere.net tournament, and this time we are having a North America Invitational. The European Invitational is over. It was won by Nexo. They made it happen against My Insanity in the finals, winning 2 best-of-3s, which was absolutely impressive. But now we are going over to another Invitational with 4 North American teams. This is ESV Wildfire, it is Symbiote Gaming, Team Snowflake, and Glorious Gaming. So 4 of the top teams that we currently have on the North American server. We are going into our first best-of-3 right away. As you can see already down in the title, it is indeed Team ESV Wildfire going up against team of LZ Gamer and Idra, Team Snowflake. And in case that you didn't know that, the reason why they are named Team Snowflake is because LZ Gamer, the captain of the team, owns a cat, when the cat's name is Snowflake. So actually a pretty cool story behind that, but we're going to jump into our first game immediately without further ado and find out how the North American server measures up against the Europeans. Unfortunately, cross-server play right now isn't really an option, but at least with the games that we had in the European Invitational, you can kind of compare where the teams are currently at. So let's jump right into game number 1 between ESV Wildfire and Team Snowflake. Blackheart's Bay is game number 1, or map number 1 in our best-of-3 series, and let's introduce our players again. To the left we have as a blue team, Team ESV Wildfire. It is Ayakona on the Malfurion, Poom on the Sonia, Pickles on Tacita, Wargreymon on Falstad, and Bims is playing as Stitches. So we have a pretty nice lineup for both of the teams here already. The bans in the game were Zeratul and Arthurs, so Zeratul was banned and therefore we don't have the combo possibility between Stitches and Zeratul for the Hook Void Prism. Stitches, of course, lost recently also a Sprint, which makes him a little bit harder to play. And we have the Arthur's ban, one of the heroes that was especially present in the lineup of Team Snowflake quite a bit. And looking at those guys, we have them to the right side of the mat here on Blackheart's Bay. Idra is playing Vala, we have Killax on the Diablo, LZ Gamer on Tyrell, and Faye on Tigers, whereas Chillertech is playing the Uther. Chillertech, a new addition to the team. Team Snowflake is currently, to my knowledge, experimenting with new players since Sheth is not part of the team anymore. So Snowflake in general just going through a lot of changes with their roster in the recent past. But let's have a look of how exactly this game is going to come to pass here at the beginning. On Blackheart's Bay, of course, once again the coins going to be very, very important. We have really nice initiation over here on the side of Team Snowflake with not only the Tyrell for a quick attack with the Judgment, but then later on also the potential follow-up with the Uther stun into a Diablo stun with the Apocalypse, Idra with the DPS, and Faye here with the Tigers can also lend a lot of damage in those fights. Especially the Vala and Tigers combo with all the support that we see here from the team can get pretty nasty. The Tyrell can supply a bit of a shield, whereas we on the other hand have only one healer in the team, but that is Uther, which is definitely one of the tier 1 heroes. Fight for the Watchtower at the beginning with only one hero down here at the bottom chest. It is the Tyrell, so Team Snowflake is going to take this a little bit more easy. We have 5 players, 4 teams ESV Wildfire right here, so they can try to control the upper 2 lanes and also the Zanaga Watchtower. But they are going to lose out on some experience in the bottom lane if they stay spread out like this. And for now it really looks like they just want to get that top gold chest as fast as they can. In the middle lane we currently have the entire Team Snowflake lined up down here at the bottom. It is still LZ Gamer that soaks up the experience. And to the top lane we have a triple hero set up for ESV Wildfire, where here in the middle now everything is moving towards those chests. At 50 seconds in game we have those spawning, and there they are already. Down the bottom chest is for Tyrell. There's no contest there, and as you can see here, Team Snowflake doesn't even try to fight this one. It's just a basic split between the two teams, saying, alright, you boys can have the upper chest, we're gonna take the lower one. Both teams now with 5 coins, but LZ Gamer is being attacked, and Wargreymon jumping in, able to sneak one of those coins, so 6 coins now on ESV Wildfire. whereas Team Snowflake has 4 of those. Up to the top, Malfurion needs to be careful. Iacona has 4 coins, and Idra and also Kilix are looking for a possible kill there. Could try and jump in and get him, but Sonya is already busy at the minicams, taking down the pirates for additional coin support for ESV Wildfire. To the right side, FaZe doing the exact same thing, trying to get those coins as early as she can, whereas Iacona needs to be very careful with the Malfurion here. Great pick, by the way. The Malfurion, a great healer, has a little bit more over time healing compared to the Uther, who has the burst healing, which is definitely a bit of an advantage. But later on, Iacona can either use the silence in those team fights or instead go for the big healing there that he has with the with the ultimate ability, with the heroic ability. So it's going to be pretty interesting to see how exactly he's going to skill the hero here. LZ Game, on the other hand, would like to have the judgment already so they can go ham on the Falstad. That's not going to be the case right now, but Falstad and Malfurion definitely going to be 2 prime targets for LZ Gamer and the role that he currently plays. Chill attack with a heal supported by Faye, taking down the Siege Giants to the right side of the map, whereas all the way up at the top, Idra is still battling it out with Iacona. For Stitches, of course, the big job is going to be here to land one of those good hooks. And ESV Wildfire is doing a great job at controlling that upper tower once again. The watchtower is under their control. And the watchtower on this map is just so important, controlling the mid and the top lane. But down here at the bottom, we also have Poom and Wargreymon grabbing those quick knights, especially thanks to the bribe stacks that we have up on Wargreymon and his Falstad. Great pushing ability for them right now. And as you can already see, with the Siege Giants and the Knights pushing, they can do quite a lot of damage, and the pressure that they execute towards Snowflake is quite ridiculous. Like, already the gate is down, and well, we have for now the team ESV Wildfire moving back, but job well done, dishing out damage to those towers and also taking down the gate. The rest of the team is split up at the top and the mid lane, but Iacona needs to be careful now. Idra is looking for that kill, and especially with Kilix moving in on the Diablo, the Malfurion needs to be on his toes, because one wrong step and he can get stunned by the Diablo. A quick charge in the slam would probably be lights out, with the follow-up by Vala. Chill attack also roaming the map quite a lot. A quick sneak in here, turn in by LZ Gamer and Faye. At least LZ Gamer gets his coins turned in. No ghost chip just yet. Both of the teams still looking for an opportunity to get that first blood, level 7 for both of them. And no heroic abilities just yet, but the 7 important as well. Idra still at the top lane, looking for an opportunity to maybe dish out some more damage with the Searing area against Iacona. He gets those in, but of course the heal by the Malfurion is making up for those immediately. The best setup here for Snowflake would really be the the Ethereal Initiation, followed up by the big tank Diablo trying to disrupt those front lines, and then Tychus and Vala going for the DPS. Chests spawning again, and both teams still very cautious here. Bims and Pickles taking the top chest. All of those coins already taken. And down here at the bottom we have Wargreymon going a ham on chest number 2, trying to get those additional coins, but LZ Gamer is already on the way. ESV Wildfire could go for that. The rest of Team Snowflake was busy taking those knights. Here comes Kilax as well. And the bottom chest goes to Team Snowflake. Once again, Wargreymon just able to take one of those coins, and at this point both teams trying to look for Blackheart for the turn-in, trying to go for that right away. Here comes the Oracle by Pickles, trying to get that vision that he needs. Down to the bottom of the map, we still have Wargreymon on the Falstad, looking for an opportunity. He might be able to jump in here, but the turn-in is complete before that, and we have the first go ship for Team Snowflake here. So that get the first ship in, and that could give them the extra experience that they need here. So far, not a lot of the structures have been damaged, so they won't be able to take down a fort with that first ghost ship, but still quite some damage done. Both teams on level 9 looking for the 10. Up to the top, we have the Knights going ham, and also Night Camp meeting Night Camp, but it looks like the camp for ESV Wildfire is going to push in a bit harder. Bim so far still looking for that hook that could maybe help them to pick one of the heroes off, turning it into an early 4 versus 5, but not just yet. Still no kills in the game, and both of the teams are just trying to find an opportunity to move in and get that first kill, get that advantage, get the level 10 a little bit faster. Pickles out of position. Where's his phase shift? He's trying to use it and he's using it. Here comes the hook on Kilax. And a quick grenade trying to pick Pickles off, not getting him just yet, but Idra and his team, they are doing quite a lot of pressure play here up against the left side. The Mule already dropped as well to heal the forward up, and
another opportunity for Snowflake to turn in the coins and get Ghost Ship number 2. Bottom lane, that's where Tyrell is headed right now, trying to soak up additional experience. Both of the teams are currently on 10, and a quick bribe to the left side gives another mercenary camp to ESV Wildfire. Both of the teams still looking for an opportunity, maybe also to sneak in that boss camp all the way up here at the top, but the middle of the map once again completely dominated by Team Snowflake. LZ Gamer turning now in again at Blackheart, and that might supply them another Ghost Ship. Not just yet. I think they need 2 more coins and then he would get Ghost Ship number 2, and it looks like ESV Wildfire is going to risk it. They're going up all the way up to the top. So far Snowflake doesn't seem to be aware of this, and that boss is going to drop super fast. By now the first few heroes already starting to just convey all their strength up to the top lane and maybe contest this, but it's too late already, and ESV Wildfire is rewarded for that attempt to take the camp. So they get the golem, and with that golem they can push. Snowflake just a bit too hesitant here. They didn't really know what was going on, and when they realized what was happening, it was already too late. The golem at the top lane, and it looks like ESV Wildfire is moving towards the bottom. Maybe a hook here by Bims could kill Idra. He catches Idra, gets him in, and immediately Pickles with a follow-up. Aya Connor trying to help with the root. That didn't work. Of course, there's definitely some combo material here with the Malfurion and the Stitches. If the Stitches hook lands perfectly, then the root can follow that up. Wargreymon is still disrupting the attempted turn-in by Keelex. He himself has 6 coins and needs to be super careful here. Bims with the shield is trying to escape, but gets stunned by Chill Attack. Moving in immediately, another sword by LZ Gamer. And Snowflake is driving Wildfire back once again. But in general, we have ESV Wildfire doing a very good job here, especially in controlling those merc camps, just the middle of the map. That's where they're currently struggling. Another turn-in by Keelex would give Snowflake another quick Ghost Ship, and of course that could kill the first fort. And there it is. We have already that second Ghost Ship for the team, whereas we have a lot of coins on the team of ESV Wildfire, especially Poom with 12 and Ayakona with 6. Here comes the initiation by the Uther against Wargreymon, has 6 coins on his own. But a bit too late. A nice attempt to hook Chill Attack, but on the way back he just rushes into the tower and is being dropped off the hook. Right now still not a single kill in the game, 9 minutes in. Both of those teams just super hesitant to commit fully to one of those fights. No pickoff just yet. They're doing a great job, or especially Snowflake, to stay outside the range of the hook, always dodging those. So far both teams without a kill at all. Down here the night camp, of course, juicy, juicy, juicy. They want that. And we have Idra here all the way at the front, and especially Stitches really wants to get a girl, hooks her in, but she escapes once again. Here comes the Uther-san with the follow-up of the Apocalypse, but shock and awe by Wargreymon doing its damage. First hero goes down. It is Idra. He's already dropped Faye using Taika's ultimate, going for the Odin, but being dropped in an instant as well. Another hook against Faye seals the deal. Bims here putting her out of position, and double hero death now on side of Team Snowflake. Both of the DPS heroes, both AD carriers biting the dust. Idra and Faye not surviving the fight, and that of course gives the momentum to Wildfire, who immediately turns towards the night camp. They take it, and now they have an easy turn-in possibility here with Poom having 14 coins. That's 2 Ghost Ships that they basically have amongst themselves, but they want to go for that additional fort here, whereas we have to the top already those additional chests, and LZ Gamer just basically saying, yeah, well, can I really kill it? Alright, bottom fort is going down anyways. I can't save that. There's no way, even the entire team. So he's going to take the chest all the way up at the top, whereas we had just now Wargreymon moving in to get another chest as well. The Ghost Ship, this time the first one for ESV Wildfire, doing quite some damage. And you can see that the fort count is 5 versus 4. 2 killed already by ESV Wildfire, and it gives them a bit of an advantage with level 14 against 13. That's so important. Level 13 for the additional talent is already there. Here comes also a quick bribe once again with the easy camp being converted. We have the Siege Giants going in another attempt to turn the coins, and at least Poom could just move into the middle and turn his coins, and it looks like ESV Wildfire is doing exactly that, as Idra and Team Snowflake are trying to get the Siege Giant camp down here. LZ Gamer with 5 coins, maybe gonna move in as well, but Poom is gonna get that second ship for his team. There it is. So we currently have the ships 2 for 2 with the night camp for Snowflake, trying to put some pressure onto that top fort, but Wargreymon flying in and taking those knights with the help of Ayakona, who drops the additional mule to make sure that this 4 is not going to die anytime soon. Talking about 4s, top of the map, immediately being attacked here as the ghost ship is gonna finish off this particular fort, and another one dying. So we suddenly have a close attempt to get on level 16 for ESV Wildfire. That would give them additional talent here, but it's Idra's time and or the rest of the team to push in at the fort down here at the bottom, and they might be able to get that. The siege giants are still pushing hard, but immediately the shield by Pickles and a quick hook against the giants moves them into range as well. So yeah, Snowflake kind of needs a good setup here. They had a really nice approach early with the Uther moving in for the group stun, and then the Kelax with the Diablo going for the Apocalypse. But in the end, the DPS that we had on side of ESV Wildfire was just a bit too much for them to handle. So right now, once again, in the middle of the map, it's Black Hearts, where both teams are trying to get a turn in. A lot of coins that we have in the play too. Oh, Chillatek moving in with the sprint. Here comes the stun and the Apocalypse. Nice dodge by ESV Wildfire. Very well done. Odin dropping too. And immediately the jump against Idra, trying to take down the DPS. Chillatek himself already in trouble. Poom is doing the damage. Chillatek goes down. LZ Gamer falls as well. Sonya dies here. Vala, on the other hand, can't survive this much DPS. And also, yeah, it's a complete wipe. It's the Diablo, and it's then also, of course, the Uther and the Tyrell that are not able to make it happen here. Only Faye alive with 13 coins, but she has very little chance of getting out of this alive, and she's already taken out. So by now we have a ton of coins, 26, 36 coins for ESV Wildfire. If they can turn those in, then it's basically already game over. Wargreymon heading back, he needs the mana here. Only 2 heroes died for ESV Wildfire, Sonya, and then of course also the Malfurion. Especially Sonya having a real hard on here for Vala, jumping in and trying to stun out Idra as soon as the fight began. But then the follow-up was of course absolutely great. The shield supplied by Tacita here immediately. We had Wargreymon once again with a shock and awe, and then also of course Stitches moving in, dishing out the damage with a slam here. Very well played by ESV Wildfire. 7 kills against 2 in the game in this first map of the best of 3 here at the VersaSphere Invitational. The NA Invitational, of course, and that ghost ship is already starting to do some work. A 2-level advantage for ESV Wildfire, and one of those levels is level 16, which supplies one of those oh-so important talents. And the only thing that Snowflake can currently come up with is just sneak in a golem here, a boss. And that's actually a pretty smart choice. They can't really contest in the middle of the map. They would love to do that, but without the 16, there's very little chance of making that happen. They just got the level now, but they decided that they would rather get the goal on Volau and try to push in the top fort, which makes a lot of sense. Getting that fort is going to give them a lot of experience. The problem for them is, of course, that Wildfire just turned in another ghost ship, and it's really starting to matter. Whoa, nice long-range hook against Faye. Odin drop, but it doesn't help. The Tiger's in trouble. Here comes Apocalypse. A nice stun by Sonya with a great leap. Faye in trouble, dies immediately. Bims is trying to escape here, and he actually gets away. The Stitches on the run, and Chillatek dies. The Uther not able to survive. Kelax is also not lucky enough to stay alive after this fight. Only LZ Gamer and Idra are able to escape here, mounting up and immediately retreating. Another last bomb shot is gonna do some more damage to the keep here, and those keeps are really starting to have a big problem. The first one already down, and that of course means that this lane is already pushing in with additional catapults, and this is where ESV Wildfire is now trying to end the game. 3 heroes down, 4 Team Snowflake. They're moving in, they're trying to get this. Idra on the move once again, trying to get his ultis in here, trying to do some damage. Here comes the quick root, but nice move so far by Wildfire. They're keeping this alive. Boom is in trouble. The judgment against Bims and Stitches goes down. The rest of the team push back. Level 17 versus level 18. 10 kills against 3, and once again it's LZ Gamer who's trying to initiate here, but Faye's moving in as well, doing some damage to Pickles, using the grenades to push him out of position. Pickles in trouble. Pickles goes down. 2 heroes down for Wildfire. They were trying to end the game, but they were not really in position where they couldn't make it happen just yet. A lot of coins here. 6 in total down at the core. They're taking additional chests. That might be the possibility for a comeback here. An opportunity for Snowflake. They need that turn in and they need it fast. We have the heroes for Wildfire trying to get the camps, as many of those as they can get. The turn in the middle of the map where Faye is heading towards Blackheart, trying to get a ship for a team. It's 2 forts against 4, and with all those kills and the underdog bonus that we had earlier, it looks like Snowflake might be able to close that gap in experience and maybe even get ahead if they turn in another ship after this. Down to the bottom of the map, we have the Knights being taken by ESV Wildfire. This first map is gonna set the pace for the rest of the best of 3 series. You want to get that momentum. Can they make it happen right now? We have Idra trying to defend. He has 2 coins on his own. Ship goes on, or goes down now for Team Snowflake. They get their first ship, level 19 on the other hand, already for ESV Wildfire. The Siege Giants are being taken out here, and it looks like especially Bims is now trying to hoard a few more coins and maybe get another turn in. We have Ayakona already with 5. He was able to survive a lot here. And that ship for Idra and his team, level 18 for them already, 4 kills against 10. They need a few more, but now it's 5-man time once again. ESV Wildfire on the way up to the top, trying to go for Idra. Where's that hook? Is he gonna get that hook? Oh, Bims just barely misses it, but now the Knights are up for grabs and they might try to get those. Of course, Team Snowflake already is very well aware that that is going to be a problem. They're trying to have a quick look if the Knights are currently being taken. Could have jacked that, and they're going to get them on their own. In the middle of the map, on the other hand, we have the small camps, the mini camps being taken by Wildfire. They want to get another ship here. They want to get the 20. Fighting with the 20 over the 18 or 19 that we currently see for Wildfire. That would, of course, be the dream right now. Getting that additional talent that allows you to just get some more damage on your heroic ability would be absolutely phenomenal for the team right now. But at this point, looking to the bottom lane, we currently have War Greymon just trying to make sure that those Siege Giants are not pushing in again. Only one keep has been destroyed, and especially Wildfire is probably currently thinking about why did we try to end? Why didn't we just play it safe and take down another keep? They are definitely still in the lead here and are close to level 20, whereas Team Snowflake just reached level 19. But in the end, one team fight loss could shift the entire momentum back to Team Snowflake and give them the win. 6 coins on LZ Gamer, 2 on Idra. Down in the middle of the map, we have at least Kilex gathering up more, but another turn in for Wildfire is probably gonna get them the 20 that they want right now, especially since those keeps are very, very much exposed. So if they get the rest of the coins in for a quick ghost ship, then they will be able to get that 20 and will be able to take down another keep. The right side of the map, on the other hand, we have Idra, Kilex, and LZ Gamer hoarding those coins, 12 in total for their team, rushing towards the middle, rushing towards Blackheart. There's not a lot of camps available on the map right now. Actually, there's none. We have those timers still in place, and it looks like Faye is trying to push in those creeps a bit and get additional experience for her team. Both of them still on level 19, no 20 just yet, and ESV Wildfire is still the team that's very likely to hit that first. Respawn in 4 seconds, and respawn in 10 seconds for the Siege Giants, all the way up to the bottom of the map. Those camps are very, very exposed right now. ESV Wildfire is up at the top of the map of Blackheart's Bay, and down at the bottom it's a 5-man against the double turret, and of course also against the keep. An immediate Hearthstone back allows for now them to defend here. Ooh, LZ Gamer in trouble, being hooked by Bims and attacked, but jumps out. Was a bit fortunate for Bims to actually only get the Tyrell here. If he would have gotten any other hero with this hook, they might have been able to get that kill and turn it around. But as it happened, it was the Tyrell, and he's able, of course, with his mobility to escape this immediately. Another chest already spawned. Bottom chest goes to Team Snowflake. Another 5 coins for them, and still a chest up to the top. It's all about the next turn in at this point. If Snowflake is able to get another turn in here, it would be great for them. The problem is that we have level 20 already for Team Wildfire, ESV Wildfire in lead right now, therefore, and you don't want to go into the team fight without the 20. So what Idra and LZ Gamer are currently doing is to direct the team to gather up more experience, to get that 20 before they commit to a fight. And ESV Wildfire is starting to look for some kind of initiation where they can force a battle. The Siege Giants are one of those spots. They know about the camps that came up. The Golem is back as well. The boss up to the top here. And down at the bottom, already Snowflake abandoned the idea of getting those Knights. A long-range hook by Bims, going for a blind hook here, a prediction hook, to catch maybe one of the heroes of ESV Wildfire out of position and turn it into a 4 versus 5, with even the level 20 helping them. But that ship alone already doing a lot of damage, targeting the bottom lane though, and they might not lose a keep to that just yet. but the lane so far is down. And as you can see, ESV Wildfire is moving towards the top of the map. Level 20 now for Snowflake as well. They have their heroic abilities. And, well, while we are waiting for that golem here to drop, let's take a quick look at the talents that we see here. Pausing the game for just a second to have a closer look at the builds that those guys used. We have Tranquility indeed on the Malfurion. All of the abilities that you see here pretty much normal. The Bile, we saw that in action early on the Stitches, is one of the abilities that has been taken over. A lot more over Gorge just because the Sprint is not available to the Stitches any longer. Here the Strafe for Idra, Apocalypse, the Judgment, Commander Odin and Divine Storm. And up here at the back we already have the Resurgence of the Storm, twice taken, the Blast of Or, Twilight Archon, and also the Storm Shield. With Strafe now being used, Diablo probably going for Resurgence as well. We have Resurgence already taken by Tyrael, Faye with the big red button, and Divine Hurricane. No big surprises here in regards to the ultimates or the heroic abilities that have been taken, and also the level 20s then. Maybe with the exception of the Stitches, but as I already said, with Sprint being gone, it's more and more common that we don't see Gorge, but instead the Bile. It's one of those things that, especially in the team fights, you can use quite some potential. Teams are experimenting a little bit with those builds these days, and it's working quite well. So no silence for Iacona, and Poom and Iacona, they still have a lot of coins here, and it looks like once again it's Wildfire that tries to make an attempt to end the game here. LZ Gamer jumping in with the Tyrael, using the shields here as well. Idra all the way up at the back with the Strafe. Stitches is moving in for a nice Divine Storm here by the Uther, doing a lot of damage. Apocalypse also being used, another Judgment. LZ Gamer in trouble on the other hand. He's about to die. Idra already down. LZ Gamer dies as well. Chillatech is trying to escape here. The hook misses him, but he can't participate in the fight any longer. Face Commander Odin is already down, and Faye herself trying to move back to safety, but it's pretty difficult at this point to really withstand this much pressure. The core is nearly down, and that's game GG as ESV Wildfire takes map number 1, wins it on Blackheart's Bay. Job well done by the team. Good job here by ESV Wildfire, and just too much momentum against Team Snowflake. So game number 1, and therefore the lead in the best of 3 series goes straight to Team ESV Wildfire. Tychus here with 38,000 damage, leading the charge on the hero damage. We have Falstad and Pickles on Wargreymon, Falstad and Tacita also pretty high up. In regards to the siege damage, we have Vala and Tychus doing the most. You can really see that in general, looking at statistics, Team Snowflake was not in really a bad spot, but they were always down in experience. Losing that first team fight really did a number on them, and with the healing, especially Iacona doing a great job here on the Malfurion with 43,000 healed. Then we have also Pickles on the Tacita, Bims on the Stitches. So in general, the healing power that we had on the team just a lot stronger than what we have seen for Team Snowflake, with Uther only supplying 36,000 healing, and of course him being the only healer in the team, maybe with another option for LZ Gamer getting the shields in for his team as well. So very well played here by ESV Wildfire. They take the lead, and for us it means that we are going into map number 2, trying to find out if Snowflake can come back. We are in the winner's bracket right now. If they would lose another map, if they would lose map number 2, then it would drop down to the loser's bracket, and we would see ESV Wildfire advance. So let's just jump right into game number 2 at the VersaSphere Invitational.
Game number 2 is ready and good to go, and of course we're going to take a closer look at those two teams. Once again, Garden of Terror is the map, and this time we have as the blue team to the left side Team Snowflake. They're currently down 0-1 in the series. We have Idra on Tacita, Keelix playing Sonya, LZ Gamer on Falstad, Faye on Brightwing, and Chillatech on Tyrael this time. A pretty interesting lineup, especially Idra on a hero that he played when Heroes of the Storm came out. He was an avid Tacita player, somebody who played very passive with Tacita, made him as an impossible to kill tank and a great supporter. Since then the role of Tacita has changed a bit, and Idra usually playing the range DPS for the team, but still comfortable in the Tacita role, as you can see here. Keelix this time with the Sonya for the initiation, whereas LZ Gamer traded in the Tyrael for the Falstad to have the Shock and Awe here. Together with Brightwing, there's of course also the possibility for a double Bribe build on a map like Garden of Terror it is. definitely possible. There are quite a few camps on this map, especially, of course, the night camps of interest to Falstad and Brightwing, choosing Bribe as the first talent for them. Chill attack on Tyrell this time. The last time we saw him as the Uther. This time it's a bit of a different role for him, just trying to go for the initiation here instead of the heals. In regards to the bans in this game, Uther was banned. This is also one of the reasons why we don't see him here being used once again for Team Snowflake. The second ban was Zeratul. So Zeratul currently hated quite a bit by the team, and well, what else can you say there? So we're going to find out how exactly that's going to work out for especially Team ESV Wildfire that we have to the right side of the team in red. Iacona on Rhaegar, we have Poom on Diablo, Pickles on Arthas, Wargreymon on Vala, picking it away from Idra, and Bimps on Tychus. No Stitches this time, and instead of the heals with Malfurion, we have Rhaegar. So with the composition that we see here, there's definitely a lot of potential to go for a Bloodlust comp with the Tychus having Odin. We don't see the Tassadar in there for the Archon form on the other hand, since Snowflake has that. Also, no Reyna, which is a hero that is used quite a lot with Bloodlust, but at least Vala would benefit a lot from that pick. Pickles and Poom, the two frontliners here for the team. So let's see how this is going to work out for Team Snowflake. They need a victory here. If they want to advance in the bracket, then they need a victory. They need to win the two next maps in this best of three. They're down one map, and they need a win, and they need it now. We have to the right side a pretty beefy front line with Pickles and Poom on the Arthas and on the Diablo. Nice skins here, by the way, as well. I really like a lot Master skins, and then, of course, also the good old Witch Hunter skin being used here by Vala. On the left side, we see a similar choice for Kelex, who currently goes for the Shot of Fury here right at the beginning. So, job well done. Good job for him. Has already the Fury readily available here. Idra is going for the Oracle to see what's happening in the party bushes. So far, there's no party to be had, but 5 heroes are moving in now for ESV Wildfire, looking for a setup for that first initial kill, but they don't really get it. Up to the top, we have LZ Gamer on his Falstad, riding the Griffin if you so want, and he is aiming straight for an attempt to maybe do some damage to Iacona here, but of course taking down a Rhaegar this early in the game is nearly impossible, especially since Rhaegar is one of those heroes who can instantly, well, mount up if you so want, turn into that wolf form and run away, which gives him the speed advantage. All the way down to the bottom, you have the Brightwing. Pretty normal to have Brightwing on one of the outer lanes, either all the way up to the bottom or the top, so that he can use his blink ability to just jump into a fight at the other end of the map. It just makes up for a lot of flexibility in the team style and how you approach it. We have also Pickles and Poom waiting for a kill here, trying to flank Brightwing and lock him down with a Howling Blast, and then also with the Slam, the stun, and pushing him back with the Diablo. Not happening just yet. A level 1 Siege Giant camp is being taken by Chillatek and Kelex here. So it is Team Snowflake that tries to execute some early pressure with the mercenaries pushing in, and the gank squad for Team ESV Wildfire. And here it is, but the Howling Blast not hitting. Poom is trying to get off. Faye is moving back behind the gate in the last second, and Poom actually dying to the towers here. So, well, that backfired pretty hard. And I guess that's more than one facepalm that happened right after that in Skype for Team ESV Wildfire. Faye here getting away. I guess she had quite a few giggles after this one. Moving back, and that was a bit of a bad coordination between Pickles and Poom here. The Howling Blast hitting, but Diablo just pushing it out of lines just too far. With a bit of a better setup here, I think Faye would have died. As is, it's the first blood, if you so want, for Team Snowflake. In the middle of the map, once again, the attempt to just lock one of the heroes down. Idra can move back without a problem on the other hand, especially the phase shift allows him to get out of dangerous situations quite easily. LZ Gamer up to the top has now to deal with the Diablo, while we have to the left side still Chillatek and Kelex looking for an approach. On this map in particular, Blizzard has made a few changes in the last few weeks, and I really have to say that now especially those garden plants that you can get by getting all those seeds are so much more powerful, especially in the later stages of the game. They can nearly single-handedly win an entire match, so you have to always watch out for those seeds. Maybe not initially, but later on, those Garden Terrors are very, very dangerous, very beefy, very tanky, and dish out a lot of damage as well. Siege Giants for Team ESV Wildfire pushing in the mid lane, all the way down to the bottom. We have Wargreymon going up against Faye, and I can tell you one thing, Faye is damn good at what she does.
If you ever played against her Tyrande, for example, it's absolutely incredible. She is a great player, and especially on those skill shot heroes, she's doing exceptionally well. So Wargreymon, I don't envy him for the job. We have him with Vala trying to do some damage here, but it's definitely not easy for them. One of the things that I also want to point out is that with the Rhaegar here, I would not be surprised if we would later see well, Vampiric, the healing talents being taken by not only Vala but also by Tychus. There's not a whole lot of sustain in the team, only Ayakona with the heals, so you kind of want to have a bit of life leech. So I think that's something that we're going to see then for both of those ranged DPS heroes. Down with the Siege Giants, they're starting to push level 8 versus level 7, currently in favor of Team Snowflake. And LZ Gamer's Cat would be proud so far. They're doing a great job here. Idra in the mid lane, always making sure that he soaks up that EXP. We have him also with the talent taken. He's going for the healing ward here, playing a bit more of a support role now with his Tacita maybe. Tacita usually played as a DPS hero these days, but you have, of course, with healing ward and with the shield, always the option to go for more of a supportive role. Depends on how exactly it works well with the team comp, and even there you have a lot of wiggle room. LZ Gamer at the top has pretty little chance of actually killing Poom, but as long as he can keep the lane pushed in, that's all that he has to do. One of the towers is already down, and as you can see, the gate is gone too. In the middle lane, we still have Idra going ham here with his storms. And Bims is, of course, trying to push this back. He can utilize those grenades fast. We have up to the top the next fight at the hard camp. The night camp. Pickles is in trouble. Yarthus moving back and Chillatek jumping in. But he's a bit too late, not getting the kill just yet. We had even Fade jumping in with the Brightwing. And that allows Vala to take some extra experience now down to the bottom lane. That's all experience that Team Snowflake is currently missing out on. Level 9 versus level 9. And I guess these few waves that are just now pushing in without a hero for Team Snowflake present, that gives them the opportunity to catch up in experience and maybe even get ahead. In the mid lane, we now have a double setup against Idra as Pickles is trying to look for another Howling Blast, but Vala down here to the bottom for Team ESV Wildfire needs to be careful. With a multi-shot always pushing those creeps here back, and it's another Garden Terror that's being attacked here in the middle. The plant is not ready just yet. We have 51 seats taken against 15. Up to the top, we have Pickles and Bims going for LZ Gamer. Is he going to get away here? The barrel roll needs to hit very soon. Here comes the attempt. LZ Gamer going down, not standing a chance against 4 heroes now, as also the Rhaegar jumped in. Ayakona helping his team out. Down in the mid lane, on the other hand, well, we had at least that garden, the plant taken. The plant is currently growing, and we already have Sonya moving back to take it. So it's definitely gonna be another Terror that moves in, timing it so that Falset has the option to move in. But with Falset, you don't really have a problem there, since he can always just use his flying ability and join up with the rest of the team. The top lane is being pushed here. The turret's already gone. Falset jumping in. LZ Gamer is now present, and the Garden Terror is going in as we have the Judgment against Ayakona, followed up by the Shock and Awe. Ayakona in trouble. Odin form immediately being used by Stim, and here's the Bloodlust. Bloodlust being used. Both teams on 11-11, and we see immediately Bloodlust pushing Snowflake back. But so far, there's no follow by ESV Wildfire. They used the Bloodlust. They didn't want the team fight to happen at this point, especially not with the Garden Terror, so they moved back. And of course, that helped them at the beginning as a bit of a counter-initiation against what we saw there by the Tyrael with the Judgment. But now they have a big problem that all their ultimates, their heroic abilities are down. There's no Odin left, there's no Bloodlust left, and Snowflake is pushing. So a pretty good push attempt here for Team Snowflake. They have the opportunity to go in right now. They are not going to miss Judgment with all that pressuring power that they have right now. So the ultimate or the heroic abilities they're missing for Snowflake are not all that important for them at this point. We have the Garden Terror completely going ham, and the rest of the team is trying to take down that fort. ESV Wildfire is defending here as much as they can. Boom, pushing the plant back and getting Keelix maybe out of position. Is there a leap? So far we don't see it, and the fort is being dropped here. The leap goes in, and down goes Arthas as well. Ayakona in trouble, might fall too. Oh, and there it is, the double kill against ESV Wildfire. An absolutely brilliant move that we had there, getting those seeds early, getting the plant moving in, and then just such beautiful coordination between them. We have the Judgment, and the Judgment here initiating the fight, and immediately ESV Wildfire thought, okay, we need to do something right now. They are going at us, we need to somehow defend. They dropped the Odin, they dropped the Bloodlust. Snowflake moved back. ESV Wildfire a bit too hesitant, didn't want to try and follow up, especially not against the plant, so they move back. Odin goes away, Bloodlust goes away, and that's when Snowflake makes their move. They push in, they use the ultimates that were still in cooldown for the opponent's team, drop the fort and get a double kill at the end of it. Now it's 3 kills against 1. Very well played what we saw here by Snowflake. It gives them the lead, that extra talent over ESV Wildfire, and they use that momentum to go straight for the hard camp here, getting a few more lanes pushed in, and they're doing a very good job at this. It's kind of starting to now go away from the laning phase and going more into a side of the game where you really want to be on 5-man teams just roaming the map together, at least for now. We have a level 14 against level 12, and that extra talent is giving Team Snowflake a lot of additional DPS and sustainability. They're trying to actually look to push in at the bottom, but they don't want to get in the team fight just now. They're instead moving to the top, taking another mercenary camp, where ESV Wildfire is forced to the bottom lane to defend here. But at the same time, one of the things that's also, of course, quite important is that we're currently on a very, very big map, so distances are huge, and it's one of the reasons why this map is or experiences the longest playtime or duration of any of the maps that we have out there, and you can really outposition an opponent with this. We have Fort at the bottom lane now being attacked by 5-man for Team ESV Wildfire, but it looks like it's going to be a trade of Fort for Fort. At least we have Snowflake pushing in the mid lane, and Wildfire is going to be too late to save this one. So if you look at the forts, it's 5 forts against 4 in favor of Team Snowflake. They're moving back once again. Of course, they would like to push one of the keeps as fast as they can, but it's another initiation there. Level 14 versus level 13. LZ Gamer all the way up at the front line. He needs to be careful. Sonya is, of course, looking for that leap, trying to just lock those heroes down so that LZ Gamer can get the shock and awe in once again. But we have another mercenary camp at the top of the map. That's where the night camps are currently spawning, and Pickles and Plume are taking it immediately with the rest of the team, having the top lane pushing in quite a bit. But first of all, they need to take down those siege giants, whereas LZ Gamer and his team are looking at the bottom fort. So again, a nice maneuver there. They have the lanes pushing up at the top. We're forcing ESV Wildfire to the top, and that gave them an opportunity to take bottom fort here. But it's another trade, since we have ESV Wildfire immediately taking the opportunity to move to the top lane, grabbing a fort instead. So the teams are doing very good moves on the map right now, trading forts 1 for 1, still with a bit of a lead for Team Snowflake, but it's a very tactical game that we see right now. Not so much dominated by team fights and positioning of the heroes, but more positioned by the teams themselves, always looking for an opportunity to get either an objective or to be able to push in another lane. And right now that works especially in favor of Team Snowflake. They have all the forts down. It's only the 3 keeps that still stand between them and the core, and they might be able to get one of those with the next Garden Terror, as both of the teams get the plant at the same time. Keelex is delaying this a bit longer, doesn't want to take it just yet. And what is ESV Wildfire doing? They could take that plant, but right now they don't move back just yet. So are they completely foregoing it? It's of course always the question, who do you send back? Which ultimate can you miss in the fight? Which ultimate do you miss the least if you transport someone into the plant and then use it? The plant is already moving for Snowflake. They are pushing in the mid lane, and it is Diablo that jumps into the plant for Team ESV Wildfire. They are using it a bit more defensively right now, trying to just withstand that pressure from Snowflake. And Snowflake is pushing in again. They want that additional keep. Both teams a little bit reluctant to initiate here. Where's that judgment by the Tyro? Gilatek is looking for someone to take down here. They want to go for at least the turret now. Howling Blast also not used by Pickles. And well, we have them taking down the first plants here as fast as they can, and slowly and steadily. Snowflake is pushing towards that right side, pushing towards the cannons, using that plant here. Immediately Wargribbon trying to take it out, doing a good job. Here come the storms. Keelex all the way at the front once again. LZ Gamer with a bit of damage already dishing in, and it is Snowflake. They're pushing it in right now. They're trying to. The polymorph is active on the plant. Here comes Boom once again up at the front. Chillatek still without the heroic ability. No team has used heroic abilities just yet, but the plant is gone. Boom is in Diablo form once again, and still Keelex pushing with a plant for Snowflake. Doing a great job pushing in the wall here. A lot of momentum going for them right now, and still no heroic ability. They're waiting, they're waiting. Is it Pickles? They could go for them and take him out. They take Pickles out. It is a 4 versus 5 now. Great job by Team Snowflake so far, doing quite a lot of damage there. but they seem to be reluctant to really force the issue and go for the keep, even though it's a 4 versus 5. What are they going to do instead? A quick bribe here up at the top, the double siege giant for them, another bribe down to the bottom, and suddenly 2 mercenary camps are pushing for Snowflake. And this puts a lot of pressure onto ESV Wildfire. They're trying to hold the keep right now. They're trying to hold it, but now we have Snowflake pushing in again. The Giants are going to the bottom lane. The rest is active in the mid lane. This keep is gonna fall. Looking good for Snowflake. 9 heroes, 9 seconds, 7 seconds left on the Arthurs. Tries to move in once more, but the keep is down. The bottom lane is pushing into the double siege giant, already doing the damage against the gate. In the end, that's all that they will be able to do, but all the mercenary camps to the left side of the map are now exposed, and that's where Snowflake is going to make another stand, taking the siege giants and also the hard camps. That's of course exactly what Wildfire is expecting, and they're trying to go straight in and take a team fight, win it against them. They might be able to get that opportunity, but we could see the Oracle by Idra. If he gets the vision, then we might see them actually turning things around here. But so far, Idra not moving in. Both of the teams are just waiting for an opportunity here. They're just waiting for an attack. In the middle, we still have the siege giants move in. Wildfire can't stand here for forever. They're trying to take down those knights now, but where is... Yep, we have Brightwing jumping in already. Here comes Chill Attack. Howling Blast trying to capture him. Not quite. Where's the Judgment? Not using it just yet. Pickles all the way at the front line is not... Well, they have the knights already, so they're being pushed back. Chill Attack is being slammed by Diablo. He just moves back in the last second. LZ Gamer maybe with a shock and awe here. Nope, moves back for now. Doesn't get the heroic ability off yet. But nice job here, of course, by Wildfire. They did get the knights, but they still have those siege giants pushing against them, and that costs them another tower here to the right side of the map. And also that core is gonna be under siege in just a few seconds. A double catapult, and the siege giants, they need to move back, and they need to do it fast. They're already losing the shield on the core. At the same time, we have Chilla Tech trying to maybe pick one of the heroes off. They're going for the seeds now instead, and as you can see, that core is already damaged. Starting to get damaged here. ESV Wildfire is forced back, and that opens up another possibility for Snowflake to grab one of those plants. They're gonna get the seeds, and they're going to grow another plant. We are already roughly 15 minutes into the game right now. Another plant attempt, or at least a camp attempt here by ESV Wildfire. The positioning is going strong again between those two teams, and just look at how exactly this game is currently being played. We have 4 kills against 1. A game without a lot of team fights, but very positional and strategic placement by both teams, trying to get lanes pushing with knights and siege giants, and then engage on other lanes. Counter aggression, a forward for 4 trades by both teams, and always at the attempt to pick a hero off, going for the objectives as well. And that's what we see again. We have Keelex moving in on the plant, trying to capture one of the heroes, doing a lot of damage already. Here comes the Judgment against Wargreymon. The shock and awe drops the Vala. Here comes the ultimate, or at least the death animation from Diablo. And the problem for him, of course, that he was not able to make this happen right now. He's losing a few of his souls here. He's back to business already, but that was also a lot of experience. 4 team Snowflake, they're on level 19 now against level 17. They always had some momentum going for them in this game. 6 kills against 2 right now, and they are close to the 20. If they hit that, it looks like ESV Alpha is only going to be at 18. Is this maybe already going to end the game? We have Keelex pushing in. They want that win, and they want it now, but are they able to get it? It's a 5 versus 4 still. Odin and Bloodlust being used on the other hand, and that makes things very difficult. Keelex is already moving back, and so is the rest of the team. Idra on the Tacita needs to move in and assist a bit. He's already in Archon form. He uses heroic ability as well. Here come the Storms. LZ Gamer with the DPS against Bims. Bims is moving back on the Odin. He's going to lose Odin form in just a few seconds. Chill Attack is also down to half health. That core is still with a lot of hit points. Giants pushing up at the top lane. Keelex dropping out of the plant and moving back with a quick whirlwind on the Sonya. And just for now, we have a Wildfire defending the core. Great job, well done. 4 versus 5 for the plan, pushing in. They were able to make it happen. Another double stun here going in. Wargreymon about to go down, moves back. Diablo about to die, survives. No, he dies in the end. Pickles is able to take down Sonya. Tyrell is already dead. Pickles himself is dropped by LZ Gamer here. It's a 2 for 1 once again. Oh, and what a great shotgun! Holy shit! Taking down another hero. the 2 for 2 in the end. Job well done. Well, basically it's a 2 for 3 since Diablo died as well, but with the souls that he had, he's already back to business. He still gives the level 20 to Team Snowflake. They are taking additional seats now on the map, and the kill count is 9-3 with level 18 for ESV Wildfire. They are trying to contest that plan in the middle though, and they are forcing Idra, Faye and LZ Gamer back. Two of the heroes are still down. It would have been a 3 for 3, but they are unwilling to take it, especially with Sonya and Tyrael missing. The two frontliners are not with the team just yet, and they need the initiation and also the stun to really make that work. So a lot more plans that we see now for Team ESV Wildfire. They have also Arthur's back and Tychus in just a few seconds. Down here the Siege Giants could push in even a bit more than that. We have, talking about the lanes pushing in, the mid lane is doing quite some damage with the extra Siege Giants that are going in there. But that core was under a lot of pressure, and you can really see that ESV Wildfire is always on the back foot in this game. In the best of 3 series though, they are still ahead. They won it on Blackheart's Bay, so they only need another map win in one of the next potential 2 maps that we have here. This map and the next one. We have 5 heroes for them up. 5 versus 5 once again. They're trying to make that work. It looks good for Snowflake right now, but a single team fight can change things within an instant. Level 20 versus 19. So far, Snowflake has not been pressing the level 20 advantage with those extra heroic abilities as they have here. And talking about those abilities, we're going to have a closer look at those ones that Team Wildfire also hit the 20. For now, let's just focus a bit on the movements of the teams here. Both of them starting to converge towards the bottom lane. We have especially Wildfire just waiting for that approach by Snowflake. Snowflake is trying to utilize that 20 now. Double storms by Idra immediately being used. Oracle to see if there's maybe an ambush somewhere. But the Knights are starting to push in now as well. Still level 19 for ESV Wildfire. They're trying, but they're losing the towers already. A double storm hitting once again. Idra doing a lot of damage here. Trying to make that work with the Tacita. He's going in, and, well, do we see heroic abilities? Not used just yet. Still the 19 here for ESV Wildfire. They're trying to take down those mercenaries and also the creeps to get that experience that they so desperately need, but it's not enough to hit that 20 just yet. All the way up to the top, we have the hard camp. Farsight already being used. Can check that out immediately. LZ Gamer is already moving in. We should have a few bribe charges up. Yes, 2 bribe charges here. Could utilize those to get the camp. Might save it for later since all of the 5 heroes are already there, and that's exactly what he does. No bribe just yet. He can bribe the left side if he wants to fly in here. Quite unlikely though that he goes for that immediately. The team can just move over there and take it. But it's still level 19 versus 20. Maybe push with that additional advantage. He's jumping in, double bribing those Siege Giants, and now a potential double push at the top. They have 2 mercenary camps. They have the 20 over the 19. They could make it work now. We have ESV Wildfire taking care of the Knights already. All of them are up here, but it's another wall that the Team Snowflake could push in. Vala is not with the team. She goes straight up to the top now, merging up with the rest of the 4 heroes, but those 2 towers, I don't think that they will be able to save those 2. The first one is already down, the second one about to die. Pickles up at the front is looking for an opportunity to initiate, as well as Poom. The 20 is there for both teams. And before, well, we have the fight starting in just a second, or at least it looks likely that it's going to happen. And well, boys, before we do that, let's have a quick look at the talents to see what's going on in the next battle. So, as the heroic abilities, we have the Twilight Archon for Tacita, we have Resurgence of the Storm for Sonya, Blast of Awe for the Falstad, it is Continuous Winds for Brightwing. Also, of course, pretty interesting to see that here, whereas we have Resurgence of the Storm for Tyrael. Double Resurgence, therefore, on the side of Team Snowflake. 1 Resurgence of the Storm, on the other hand, for the Arthurs. The Storm Shield for Rhaegar. The Bloodlust being used for him as the heroic ability, and at the 20 we have the Storm Shield, the Dying Breath for the Apocalypse, and Blink for Vala. Gives her a lot of mobility and really makes work for her. By the way, the Rain of Vengeance being picked up as the heroic ability, just to point that out as well, whereas the big red button for the Tigers is not really a surprise. Also, coming back to one of my earlier points, Vampiric Assault for Vala and Tigers on 4 being chosen, as there's a severe lack of healing on the team. Only Rhaegar can supply the healing power, so they chose to go for a bit more sustain with the Vampiric Assault on level 4 on both DPS heroes. coming back into that battle, or potential battle, up to the top. The Howling Blast locking down LZ Gamer. The Storms dropping the second tower. And, well, here we go. Oh, do we? We have the grenade pushing the heroes of Snowflake back, but Pickles might be out of position. He's not judgmented, though. No initiation just yet, but oh my god, is Snowflake trying to push that in now. Bims is forcing them back for the time being, but so far a very patient job by Snowflake. So many teams would have already tried to force the issue, win the team fight, and then push it in, end it, or at least take a keep, but they know that it could also backfire, and that's why they play a very patient game. They control the middle of the map, they control the mercenary camps, and they control most of the seats, and that's exactly what they're trying to do here. We have 3 seats missing for ESV Wildfire to get a plant on their own, but they want to force a fight right now. Whom is he moving in? He has a lot of hit points right now. He could go in. He has 7,000 hit points, but he does not initiate just yet. They're still going for the plant here. Pickles is stunned. He's stunned. He's in trouble. And here's the Judgment. Judgment being used, but he gets away. Pickles gets away on the afters. Here's the Bloodlust. Here's the Odin. They're moving in, and immediately Snowflake is starting to disengage. They want to move out. There's too much DPS. Way too much DPS. Faye's in trouble, though. And Faye goes down. It's a 5 versus 4. And Chillatek is in trouble now as well, as he's suddenly engaged hard. And down he goes. Tyrael is out of the equation too. It's a 5 versus 3. Suddenly it's ESV Wildfire. They have the momentum back, and they are determined to use it. They're starting to push in. We have Tyrael already back with the Resurgence of the Storm, but the healer is still missing. The first wall about to be pushed in. Keelex, is he going now in as well? Where's the Ancient Spear? Not using it just yet. Waiting a bit longer. Down here we have LZ Gamer on the other hand, jumping in with a quick fly-in, getting those additional seeds. They want to have a counter plan. One plan already taken by Poom, the Diablo, but we have a plan on site for Team Snowflake as well. Great move here by LZ Game on the fall stat, using that mobility to get them the seeds that they needed, and now it's plant versus plant. And interestingly enough, Poom just decides to use the plant to get more seeds. Pretty interesting move here actually to do that. They realize that it would just be another plant battle, and they don't really want that, so they're using the plant in the middle of the map to get more seeds for the next attempt, and hope that they will be able to get a plant when Team Snowflake doesn't have one on their own. But now Poom is locked down, and he's in trouble. He needs to be careful here. Moving back once again. Sprint, the new ability to the plant, is helping him a lot with this. And now in the middle here, we have them maybe looking for another opportunity to push one of the lanes. So far, it looks like we have now the plan taken for, well, the plan that has been taken for Team Snowflake is doing the same thing. They're trying to get even more seeds. It's 60 seeds against 44 at this point, against 55. Both of them with roughly the same amount here. Chillatek is moving in with his plan, trying to push the middle a bit harder. We have an engagement here. Poom is half HP already. Chillatek once again moving into the polymorph area. Down to the bottom of the map. It's Keelek that pushes in another lane. I have to give it to Snowflake. They're doing a great job with the lane pushing here. A lot of those lanes are being pushed hard, and that's another attempt to take one of the keeps, and it might actually work for them. They already start to drop the keep over here. It's down to maybe like 50% HP. The first plant is down. Chillatek still has his. And here we go. Another Odin form being dropped by Bims, moving in right away. Chillatek moving back, going straight in. Rain of Vengeance by Wargraven being used. Here comes the Bloodlust. Wargraven goes down though, and oh my god, Poom is low on HP. Apocalypse being used, but he dies as well. LZ Gamer trying to escape. Barrel roll might help with that. The Shock and Honor really hitting a lot. Pickles about to die too. Pickles down, Vala down. Poom died as well, but they have Resurgence of the Storm. Diablo is back to business, and so is Arthas, but Vala is still missing, and that keep down here at the bottom lane is not gonna survive any longer. The first keep is down. Catapult starting to push in now for Snowflake on the bottom lane. They're getting that advantage, and they get those kills. 12 kills against 5. 22 versus level 21. Great moves here. It was really well done. The Odin goes down, the Bloodlust is there as well, but they see an opportunity to drop Wargrave on, and even the Rain of Vengeance doesn't help Vala, so the DPS hero is gone. Diablo follows, and even with the Resurrect, he just doesn't have an opportunity to be part of the fight any longer, and that's exactly what Team Snowflake needed. They have the momentum again, and they take it to grab those mercenary camps in the middle of the map. All the way up to the top, we have one lane pushing it hard for ESV Wildfire though, but one camp after another in the middle of the map is now being taken by Snowflake. They get the siege giants, they get those knights get them one after another. They're doing a great job with that, but they still have to defend the top here. One of them maybe falls. It just needs to move back and needs to make sure that all these minions are dying. Faye actually dropping in the game. Let's just hope that she's able to come back here. Yep, and there she is, back to business as LZ Gamer is now taking the experience up here to the top lane and rescues the top wall. 5 heroes are alive again for ESV Wildfire. Level 23 versus level 22. And, well, Pickles is gathering up souls again for his Diablo. Currently in hit points, he's looking at 7,600. This guy is an absolute crazy tank. Another keep has been annihilated, by the way. We have 2 keeps down already. And this leaves 1 single keep for ESV Wildfire. 4 forts are still there for Team Snowflake. They got another attempt to take down the Knights here. They could even push with another plant if they get the seeds. There are still a couple of seeds left on the map, actually only just 1. It's a nice flower there, that's I guess about it. We have Pickles moving in, but they are a bit too late to contest the Knights, so they have to deal with those right now. Another camp is pushing the top lane. That's of course a bit of a problem since the top lane has the last keep for the team. And 2 lanes are already being pushed hard, so if they lose 1 or 2 heroes, it might be all over for Team ESV Wildfire. Chill Attack is at the front. Is he going for the judgment? Is he forcing the fight? Doesn't really look like it. They want to have the Garden Terrors. They want to catch those seeds. They want to make sure that they're able to get another plant as fast as they can. Mid lane is being pushed by Siege Giants. The core once again under attack, and the top lane being pushed as well. It looks more and more like we're going to see those seeds very soon here for Team Snowflake, so they can get another plant. But what is Tychus doing? Bims is attempting to get those seeds for his team so that they can counter plant with plant. Fight fire with fire. That's what they are attempting to do. Oh, and all the way up to the top. Look at that. It looks like that keep is not going to survive for much longer. With a simple plan, I'm pretty sure Snowflake would be able to take down keep number 3 and then have all 3 lanes pushed in. That would give them such a massive advantage in the game that I don't think it would be possible for Wildfire to come back. But right now, Wildfire is still alive and kicking, but they might be attacked here. Is it Chill Attack? He goes for a judgment, or does he not? No. Wargreymon is moving back, was exposed for a second. Chill Attack is being attacked here. Here comes the Odin form. Where's the Bloodlust? Not used just yet, they don't want it. And as Chill Attack jumps out with the sword, they don't really need it either. Here comes the plant on the other hand, moving in, only 2 seeds. Only 2 seeds missing here for ESV Wildfire, but they don't have them and they need them. Pickles is being picked off again. Resurgence of the Storm saving his ass if you so want. But still, his all-heroic ability is now in cooldown. They need to be careful with that. And nearly another 100 seeds already taken. Oh my god, 102 seeds. It's plant after plant for Team Snowflake. They're about to move in with this. At the top lane, that keep is nearly gone. Just 1 or 2 hits and it is all over. Level 23 versus level 23. They are pushing in. The rest of the lanes are low as well. And there it is. The keep is gone. The keep is gone already, and maybe now it's time for Snowflake to end it. Are they able to do it? It's a plan pushing for them. They have LZ Game at the front. Here comes the Bloodlust. No Odin form on the other hand. Rain of Vengeance being dropped, not hitting anything at all. The plant in the middle pushing them back one after another. Pickles in trouble. Poom as well. Pickles doesn't have Resurgence any longer. He goes down 60 seconds and he's out of the game. Diablo drops. Apocalypse doesn't hit anybody. Rhaegar in trouble. Iacona dying. Bims trying to retreat behind the core, but him and Wargreymon, can they really make it work? Poom is back to business, but 2 heroes are down. 3 are down, and this is going to be game, ladies and gentlemen. This is going to be the 1-1. We have Poom trying to save the core for now, but with 3 heroes down for another 30 to 40 seconds, it's quite unlikely. Falstad, on the other hand, dies. Falstad is down, but the core is dropping, and this is GG. As Team Snowflake ties this series up. It is a 1-1, and we are going to see a 3rd game between the 2 of them. Looking at the stats here, we have actually siege damage. A lot of siege damage done by Vala, by Wargreymon, by Poom, the Diablo, and also by Idra. As you can see here, we are currently having 2 of the ESV Wildfire guys leading the charts.
Hero damage on the other hand, LZ Gamer and Idra doing a great job, especially of course Idra able to do so much with the storms here. His Archon form is doing just so much damage here. And then when it comes down to the healing, interestingly enough, we have Faye with 82,000 healing, taking the massive lead. Ayakona with the Rhaegar at 77. Arthas with his healing abilities for the sustain is at 48,000. So very, very well played by all the heroes in the game here. Faye, of course, with the mobility that she supplies to the team on the Brightwing, has done a great job. It was a very tactical game. In the end, it's 18 kills against 16, nearly 30 minutes in, but a very tactical game at that. And especially at the beginning of the match, we had those teams just really dodging those team fights and really trying to go for more of a team positioning battle, trading those forts against each other. Snowflake played that a bit better maybe than ESV Wildfire, but both teams with a great effort here. We have a tight series now, and we are going into game number 3, the last map between Team Snowflake and ESV Wildfire in the first round of the VersaSphere Invitational. Garden of Terror is once again the map here in the best of 3 between ESV Wildfire and Team Snowflake. The current score is 1-1. The series is tied. It is the last map, and the winner is going to advance in the winner's bracket of the VersaSphere Invitational. The loser is going to drop down to the loser's bracket. Once again, we have the same map. It is Garden of Terror twice in a row. The reason for that is quite simple. In case you didn't know, Heroes of the Storm is still in alpha mode. Therefore, the teams do not have custom games that they can play. The only way that they can match up against each other is queue at the same time as 5, and then because of the high MMR that these teams have, they will face each other, but they can't influence the map. So occasionally in those best of 3s, it just will happen that we have a map being played twice. Looking at the map and of course at the teams, we're introducing Team Snowflake first, starting to the left side in blue. Idra this time on the Vala again. LZ Gamer picked up the Tacita that Idra was playing the last game. Keelex on the Uther. Uther banned in game number 2. This time Snowflake was able to pick him up. We have therefore a double healer lineup for Snowflake, since Faye is playing Brightwing once again. So Chill Attack with the Teriel, basically the only really melee frontliner if you disregard Uther here for a second. He of course can support with the shield. We have Brightwing with the heal, Uther with the heal, Tacita with the shield as well, Vala as the DPS. LZ Gamer is going to play on the Tacita, also a DPS oriented build with this lineup to make sure that they get enough damage in. But a pretty interesting lineup that we have there for them. Brightwing once again with the flexibility and mobility on the map with a blink. Really well rounded what's happening for Snowflake here right now, and of course a lot of sustain with everything that we have here. The lineup for ESV Wildfire playing to the right side as the red team is a bit different. We have Ayakona on the Malfurion once more, a hero that he played on map number 1, Blackheart's Bay, where ESV Wildfire was able to take the win. Poom again with the Diablo, and Pickles on the Sonya. A very beefy front line that they're running here with 2 tanks, 2 bruisers at the front. Sonya with the leap can use it as an initiation and for the stun. Diablo could follow that up with the Apocalypse then later on as his heroic ability. Wargreymon and Bims are gonna play the backline with Tykes and Falset trying to put the damage in. But you can really see that if you compare these two lineups, that there's a lot less sustain and heal on the side of ESV Wildfire, but they have that tanky lineup at the front that can just try to shield Wargreymon and Bims for as long as possible so that those 2 heroes can get the damage in. And it will be really interesting to see how especially the Brightwing can go for the polymorph, how Tyrael is able to use the Judgment to maybe pick one of the 2 of them off. Falset being a prime target here, since he is the hero with the least hit points. Tychus, of course, high DPS hero, also a main target, but with the Odin form he can always just get another life bar quite easily. So let's see who's going to be able to take game number 3 and advance in the winner's bracket. As you can see right now on a big map like Garden of Terror, it's all about the positioning once again, especially of course in the early game. You want to have a hero on each lane so that you get the experience. And, well, that's probably what we're going to see here. Already Brightwing on a Faye, oriented towards the bottom of the lane. That's traditionally where you will see Brightwing, just because it's quite important that you can then jump into any fight with the blink that you have available on Brightwing to get, to just make sure that your team is never, like, in a 4 versus 5 or anything like that. So Brightwing with the mobility, pretty important here. Looks like ESV Wildfire is actually trying to pick a hero off early on, hoping that one of the players of Snowflake is going to be slightly out of position. Not really the case right now. A very passive setup here for Snowflake. They are all still right at the wall and just trying to wait for those creeps to soak up the EXP. So ESV Wildfire is not going to get an early kill here. And they will have to go back to the lanes pretty soon if they don't want to miss out on experience. And that's exactly what's happening right now. We have Pickles still looking for an opportunity to maybe get an early kill or at least initiation here. We saw Snowflake already take golems or siege giants very, very early in the last game. That's one of the reasons why we have that. LZ Gamer with the Oracle, making sure that he sees everything that's happening here. All the way up to the top, we have Diablo going up against Chillatech, but oh, Kilex and Idra moving in and immediately trying to take him on here. Nice body block by Chillatech, jumped in and boom, goes down. The early kill for Team Snowflake, getting the first blood here. Very well done. Kilex and Idra as a roaming squad on the map, and they immediately turn their attention towards the siege giants, trying to get that camp. They have that freedom now. Puma, of course, is back, but that was definitely not the start that ESV Wildfire was hoping for. In the mid lane, we have Tacita going strong against Bims, trying to use the Storm to push those creep back. And that's one of the things that you always have to think about. Do you really want to push the creeps back and try to deplete the ammunition of the towers of your opponent? Or do you just sit tight, let your opponent's lane push in so that you're closer to your own turret line and a bit safer? It's actually quite important to make that distinction, and it depends a lot on what kind of lineup you're running and how aggressive you want to be in the game if you have a gank squad on the map or if your opponent does. Boom here once again in a bit of trouble, and Chillatech is trying to go for that body block again, but Idra is a bit too far away to really do a lot of damage. Bims, on the other hand, is catching a shot or two and needs to barrel roll out of there. But yeah, we have siege giants pushing not only the top, but by now also the bottom lane for ESV Wildfire here. So it's actually going to be very interesting of how exactly this is going to be played here. Both teams are looking for opportunities to kill heroes early on. So far, Snowflake was successful, but not really anything that forces a big advantage. We have a slight level advantage currently for Snowflake, but it's level 5 versus level 5, so the advantage is not all that significant just yet. Pickles is still trying to use Sonya to grab a few of the seats. It's 38 versus 22 right now when you look at the seats, and get 100 for a plant. And in the mid lane, well, we have LZ Gamer here, not really in trouble, but needs to be careful since we still have not only Malfurion waiting, but also Sonya in a position where she could jump in. For now, it's more about the siege giants, though, that they are trying to get. LZ Gamer against Bims, trying to zone him out a bit, but we also have Idra moving in, trying to assist, and of course they are suspecting that Wildfire is taking that camp. Camp is already in their possession, though. Down at the bottom, we have Wargreymon against Faye. Faye playing a very passive right wing right now, making sure that she's not gonna be hunted down or anything. Up to the top, on the other hand, Chillatech might be hunted down. Oh, nice move by Boom! Great slam, pushes him back. Chillatech in trouble, is getting rooted as well, and Bims is moving in for the final blow. Well done. 1 kill versus 1. Great moves here by ESV Wildfire, and nice gank. While we saw Snowflake getting the siege giants to the bottom lane now. And of course, with that kill all the way up to the top, we now suddenly have also the opportunity for Pickles and Iacona to take the hard camp here. For quite a few seconds we saw the team being down. Talking about heroes and yeah, probably also like giants being down, we currently have Faye in a bit of trouble. She's already quite low here. Against Tyke is not really the easiest setup for her, despite the heal. Chillatech and Kilex, maybe for looking for another kill up here at Diablo. In the mid lane, we have a 3 versus 1 where LC Gamer is starting to have quite some trouble. Down to the bottom lane, it's still the 1 versus 1. Kilex, Idra, and Chillatech looking for an opportunity to maybe jump Diablo, who's of course still quite beefy. We have also Bright being used here in the middle as suddenly the Knights are being taken, and a quick and nice sneak grab of those Knights, and that could be a big problem right now, especially since Faye's in trouble, is being rooted here and does not go down. Oh wow, Pickles with a slam, nearly catching her out of position, but, well, not really out of position, but behind the gate. In the end, though, we see Faye surviving for now, but the Knights are pushing in, and that allows ESV Wildfire to push in those turrets, and at the same time also grabbing a few additional seats. Snowflake is nearly at 100. They want to have a few more, but LZ Gamer and the rest is already moving in there, trying to take him down right now. Pickles is in trouble, is moving back already. The root hits too. Well done by Iacona, but Bims is just barrel rolling back in the last second, but he dies, and Wargreymon follows as well. A double kill
for Snowflake. Really well done. They have also a plant ready that they can use now. 2 heroes down for ESV Wildfire. A lot of pushing power. And what about the plant? It looks like Brightwing is going to jump in and going to take it. Is it going to be Chill Attack? Chill Attack is moving in. Time left, still 40 seconds. They're waiting it out a bit. Maybe they're going to take... Yes, they're taking the Siege Giant camp first. Well lined up here with the timings that they have the plant pushing, but still have a Siege Giant push too. And, well, we have the plant moving down to the bottom lane. Actually, really nice split that we see there. Siege Giants pushing the top lane, and 4 heroes of the team are immediately jumping all the way up to the top, trying to pressure the first fort. Whereas this, the plant apparently now on the way down, all the way up to the top again. I thought for a second that they were attempting to go for a split push, but nope. They try to just get everything up together, and here comes the Polymorph already with a plant, and the Siege Giant still pushing in that wall. Both of the turrets already gone. The root hits the plant. So far, job well done. Nice positioning here by the skills that we see from Chill Attack. I really like that. A bit more passive than you usually see it, and it works out for them very well. That fort is in trouble. The Siege Giant's doing a lot of damage here. Pickles is trying to go for the initiation. We have a level 10 versus 11, so the heroic abilities can come into play right now. I don't think that they can save the fort, and no, they can't. It's already down. And it looks a bit like we are not going to see them push any further than that. Down to the bottom of the map, we still have 2 Siege Giants for Team ESV Wildfire attempting to take down the fort here. And I guess that's going to be the next destination for Team Snowflake, and make sure that that doesn't happen. More damage dealt in the middle though. And Pickles and the rest of ESV Wildfire are ready to defend this. We have Faye already up at the top, can soak even more experience here. Siege Giant could do a bit of damage to the bottom fort, but we're not able to take it. And ESV Wildfire is attempting to push in the middle and maybe trade a fort for a fort. But with the Snowflake starting to get in position, that's highly unlikely. While we're currently waiting at this, let's take a quick look at the talents that have been taken. The heroic abilities are the most important ones for us right now. We have Strafe on Vala, Divine Storm on the Uther, Archon on the Tacita, Emerald Wind on Brightwing, Chill Attack of course with the Judgment, whereas we see Malfurion with Tranquility. Not really a surprise considering that they don't have a lot of heal in the team. The Apocalypse and the Leap on Diablo Sonya is also what you would expect here, with Commander Odin being the obvious heroic ability for Tychus, and Shock and Awe for the Falstad. So no real big surprises here in regards to the heroic abilities that were taken. We are going to have a look at level 20 once again. And you can really see that now with level 12, nearly level 13, both teams are starting to stick together as 5 a lot more than they did before. Trying to not really go for the laning phase anymore, but pushing lanes, trying to pick those team fights. 3 kills against 1, and we have the engagement in the middle. Both teams looking for an opportunity. Idra moving to the back immediately, trying to get the DPS in, but he needs that sustain. They're waiting for Boom, the rest of the team, to initiate, and that's exactly what happens here. Moonfire spams everywhere as the Siege Giants for ESV Wildfire go down. One still alive here on the other hand. Snowflake moves in, and, well, good storm once again by LZ Gamer, doing quite a lot of damage here, and Chill Attack at the front is now suddenly being attacked by Sonya. Pickles maybe overextending just a tiny little bit, moves back, got polymorphed a second ago, and Diablo, of course, boom, with all that HP, moves in and just tries to soak up as much as he can, but it's Snowflake that pushes in again, and those 2 towers are nearly down. First one about to die, but here comes Boom, goes for the body slam, and immediately, oh, here comes the Leap and the Judgment. Both of them are using the heroic abilities. Apocalypse following up. Pickles in trouble. Sonya is dying. Well done by Team Snowflake. The initiation by Sonya maybe a bit too early. It really looked like there was a bit of miscommunication by ESV Wildfire. Sonya was jumping in, but nobody really followed it up. We had the Tyrael moving into the fray, trying to just stun out the Falstad as fast as he could, and Sonya up against 4 died immediately. We saw Tyrael jumping back, and, well, maybe a bit of a problem with the communication here from ESV Wildfire, so they had to move back once again, and that allowed, at least for now, Snowflake to move in with the bribe. They're trying to catch those knights. They don't have them yet though. We have Poom in trouble. He's trying to move back already. Can't really do that just yet, and well, they don't really get the Knights. They use the bribe stacks, and Kilex is caught out of guard, out of position, and goes down. Odin was used as well. Job well done here by ESV Wildfire, getting a nice kill on the Uther, and that was really well done by them. That was actually a really good move that we saw from the team. Not only were they able to get those Knights, but of course Snowflake now wasted the bribe stacks that they had on the right wing. Uther is down, and that allows Wildfire to get those seats in the middle, getting one of the big terrors here. And with that terror already out of position, now we have a plant growing for the team. Once again, we have also just Pickles and the rest jumping in, trying to dish the damage against the wall, trying to take that down as fast as they can. And actually right now it looks like they won't only be able to get that, but maybe they can push in a bit more as soon as they get the plant here. That plant is ready for another 50 seconds. And here comes Sonia, just barely saving her own ass now, using the leap to jump back. And well, let's find out how exactly we especially have LZ Gamer and Idra's team trying to move against this, because they only have 50 seats. They don't have more than that. They can't counter with a plant on their own. They need to somehow work against the plant that they see here. Ayakona is already on the way down to the bottom lane. We have another Siege Giant camp starting to push in. The fort count is 6 against 5, and it looks like Snowflake is trying to maybe sneak in another couple of seats before they're being attacked here, but of course that's visible on the minimap, and therefore we see an immediate reaction by ESV Wildfire, moving down and trying to catch that. They could also use the plant now to take down the big garden terror that we see there. Malfurion is starting to move in. We have Poom still up in the middle, trying to grab those turrets and push that down. Could happen, but we have the Garden Terror once again being attacked by Snowflake. They completely ignore that push in the middle. They want to get a terror on their own, apparently. But that allows now suddenly a Poom and his team to just go straight for the fort and get that. And it looks very much like they're going to succeed here. Not only the fort goes down, but they have now the opportunity to turn this around. Yeah. It looks very much like we are going to see maybe even the top 4 fall as well. The team is already converging toward the top lane, and ESV Wildfire is doing a great job. They're still down in experience by a bit, but as you can see, this fort might drop as well. The Garden Terror is just now moving in for Team Snowflake, and ESV Wildfire is in position to get a second fort with their first plant, and that's exactly what happens here. Having a bit of a lead and definitely catching up in experience. Poom still has a few hit points left on the plant, but now Chillatek is moving in with a plant on his own, going for the polymorph, double polymorph on the plants, by the way. So it looks a bit like they were both hit by a Shrink Ray. But yeah, in the end, it is Wildfire that just moved back for now, and it's time for Snowflake to push. Let's see what they can achieve with that. If they can catch one of the forts, that would be great. That would put them up on an even fort kill count. But it looks like we're having Wildfire with an attempt to pick one of the heroes off. They go for Idra immediately. Idra in trouble, moving straight into the root. Here comes Bims with the shotgun on, not hitting anything here. Odin in the last second by Wargreymon. Pickles at the front line, is in trouble, getting stunned by the Uther. Wargreymon getting stunned once again. Pickle barely getting out of there. Wargreymon on the other hand, the Odin's just running away, not even lending its strength to the fight itself. And ESV Wildfire is in full retreat. An initial good engagement that they had there, but then Bims missing his shotgun on, not lining it up with the route that we had there by Malfurion, by Ayakona, and suddenly Pickles was in trouble on the Sonya, and Wargreymon with a panic button going straight into the Odin form, but couldn't really do a whole lot of damage in the game as there was so much DPS by Snowflake. They pushed them back, and now after the fort in the middle is down, they are going straight down to the bottom lane, trying to catch another one. Chillatek is all the way at the front line. The plant is nearly dead. Is he going for the judgment here? We could see another initiation, maybe against Bims. The fort is still being attacked, and Poom is going in against Keelax, but he himself is already low on HP, and here comes the judgment, taken out, Pickles dropping 2, it's a double kill once again. Bims is in trouble, and the fort is down. The follow-up by Team Snowflake, they're trying to catch Wargreymon. Here comes the stun and the polymorph. Wargreymon is down. It's 3 kills for Team Snowflake, 7 against 2 overall in the game. Great push here by Team Snowflake. Absolute crazy. Last 2-3 minutes on the game is super exciting. Not only the first plant that we see for ESV Wildfire taking down 2 forts, but then During that time, we see Snowflake catching those seeds, getting them, getting a plant on their own, countering, dropping 2 forts, and able to take down 3 heroes as well. They are once again ahead in the levels, level 17 versus 16, and they were even able to take down or capture those 2 siege giants that we see now pushing in at the bottom lane. Wildfire is moving towards the top. They try to get the night camp as fast as they can. Snowflake busy at those camps themselves. They're trying to take them, but as you can see, those 2 siege giants down to the bottom lane, they start to do some damage against the wall, and we have Wargreymon trying to make sure that that doesn't happen. They need to protect those keeps, and the most important part is of course that by now they only have keeps left. Seeds are being taken once again by ESV Wildfire. Camp after camp falls to Snowflake. They're trying to push in, and we have 4 forwards against only 3 left. To the top, another siege giant push has been taken out, whereas the knights are still pushing it through for Wildfire. To the bottom lane, we have another knight camp now trying to take down that keep, but Wargreymon is still there. The rest of the team, on the other hand, has to deal with Snowflake, and this is getting a bit burdensome for them. It's going to be a 4 versus 5 if they ever engage, and it looks like they are just going to move and take down those mercenaries as fast as they can, but that opens up a time slot for Snowflake. That gives Snowflake the time to move in, take the seeds, and get another plant. And of course, that's the main goal here right now, going for the objective. And therefore, we see also Wildfire try to catch as many of the seeds as they can, converging towards the big garden tower at the bottom map. It's basically a split situation there that we've seen so many times already. One team trying to get a bit of a time advantage to get those objectives, and that's exactly what Snowflake did. Now they can try to move in as Wildfire is attempting to get those seeds. Both teams are growing a garden terror. We will see them spawn for both teams at exactly the same time. Up to the top, we have Faye still soaking up some experience on the Brightwing. It's of course the big strength, the mobility that we see on the Brightwing that makes this hero such a great pick. Already jumping back down and joining the rest of the team. Where is that plant for Wildfire? They don't have it yet. They're moving back, and it looks more and more like they're going to use it more as a defensive tool than anything else, as Chill Attack is starting to push in. The mid lane is pushing quite strong for Snowflake as well. Another thing to point out here. Nice positioning here for the plant. Needs to be careful. That is one of the priority targets for Wildfire right now. But the 2 towers, they are already down. The wall is breached. The wall is breached, and Chill Attack is moving in. The plant is ready for Wildfire though, and they are trying to make it work. Boom at the front. We have both of them just utilizing the plant spells as much as they can, and Iacona needs to be careful. If he's out of position just for a second, the Tyrael might actually not be able to jump in because we still have Chill Attack on the plant, but 1 stun and maybe a follow-up that could change things immediately. Both teams looking for an opportunity, just dancing around each other, so positional right now. Trying to pick off Idra maybe. Idra moving back, always one at a time. If Pickles initiates with a leap, Falstad would immediately follow that up. But both of them focusing on the Garden Terrors right now, focusing on the plants, trying to eliminate them as fast as they can. And of course, especially those area effect polymorphs are super important. That's what we see once again. Chill Attack dropping out of the plant in a second. Then we have Tyrael back to business. But Boom is also very low on HP on the plant for Team ESV Wildfire. That's exactly what we see right now. Wildfire is starting to push this in a bit more. It's still level 19 versus 18, so the 20 isn't there yet for Snowflake. Both teams with the same amount of talents as well. And Boom could lose that plant very soon, but they're still pushing in. They're trying to turn things around. Chill Attack in trouble, jumping back in the last second. Another storm by LZ Gamer takes down Boom's plant. Here comes the Diablo, and Chill Attack is starting to move in. Is he going for the Judgment? Boom is losing even more hit points. He's down half HP. Here comes the stun against Boom. Pickles with a jump. Apocalypse following up. Shock and all. Well done by Wildfire. They're dropping Faye, or do they? No, Faye moving back. Chill Attack also trying to escape. LC Gamer is down. Tacita is down. Not even with a phase shift was he able to escape there. Keelax on the Uther in trouble as well. It's a 5 versus 4. Here comes another Root. Faye in trouble. Idra with a strafe trying to dish in the damage, but suddenly Faye's down as well. 2 heroes down for Snowflake, and Wildfire is pushing. Keelax in trouble. The Uther just barely getting away here, but Wargreymon with another attack nearly dropping him. and that fort, of course, could not survive. There's 5 heroes still up for ESV Wildfire. They can take the camps now. 2 heroes still down for Snowflake. There's nothing they can do. We even have, oh, we're Falster jumping in, but Chilla taking it. We're trying to sneak in the camp at the top, and Bims goes down, flying to his death. They did not expect Wildfire to move out to take those 2 siege giants. They thought, sorry, Snowflake, of course, to move out to take those 2 siege giants. They thought Snowflake would play this more passive since they had 2 heroes down, but no, Idra and Tyrell here, Chillatek, with the balls to just move in and go for that camp right away, as we now see Wildfire take the hard camps to the top and being busy down here to take another siege giant camp. Momentum, despite the kill on the Falstad, still in favor of ESV Wildfire. Their problem, though, is that they don't have the 20. And with the kill on the Falstad, that experience is there for Team Snowflake. We have level 20 for them, and that is going to help them quite a lot. That extra talent, that last talent in the game, it's so crucial. Archon is so much stronger right now. We have extra shields, we have that stun, Idra with a blink, more mobility for him, something that he can use to escape in the next fight, and of course seeds and more seeds. That's the name of the game right now, getting those plants, making them work. They scale over time, they get more stronger, and that is super important right now. The siege giants pushing at the bottom lane. Snowflake will have to react to that. Bims is taking out the siege giants for the opponent's team at the top. We have 83 seats already for Team Snowflake, and it looks like the hard camp is going to be picked off by ESV Wildfire, but Snowflake is moving in, and things are starting to get a bit scary for ESV Wildfire. They get the knights, and they are just able to move back. Pickles could always use the leap here if need be, not using it just yet though, and we have all 5 of them once again together. So, the siege giant camp here, trying to take down one of the towers. We have 83 seats against 62 at this point. ESV Wildfire is starting to move in with their lineup, trying to get into a good position for the next fight, and of course also trying to capture those seats so that they can finally get their own plant. And, well, they take quite a lot of them, so suddenly it looks like they will be the first ones to get another plant, but Team Snowflake is moving in, immediately pushed by Diablo and the disengage by Poom. Poom is trying to disengage at least, and he's able to pull it off. 87, 91, and here we go. Another 100 seats for Team Snowflake. The plant is growing as Wildfire is moving in. Chill attack on the Terrell is in trouble, but Poom needs to be careful too. Apocalypse being used. Nice stun against LC Gamer. And here comes the phase shift. He's moving back away, but oh, the Archon form and Destina goes down. The leap of the Sonya finishing him off. Idra is doing what he can. And we have Keelex with a great stun here, but it was not enough. Both teams now on the 20, trying to hunt down Keelex. It's still a 4 versus 5 in favor of ESV Wildfire. Uther in trouble, and Uther goes down. Great attack here by ESV Wildfire. They are pushing in once again. If they win this game, then it is over in the winner's bracket for Team Snowflake. And they are very likely to take down that keep, or are they? The plant is there. It's there for Snowflake, and that pushes the entire team back. By now, we are nearly 22 minutes into the game. By now, those plants hit like a truck. Going in, trying to drop Pickles. Oh, Poom needs to run. He goes down. Poom goes down. Chill attack dropping in. That plant is going ham. This is gonna get super scary for the team. Pickles mounts up and runs away. What a game between the two of them. And I guess while we have the opportunity, we're gonna take a look at those upgrades. Actually, no blink. We have the Vengeance talent taken by Vala here on the 20. Interesting choice by Idra. Most Valas actually go for that blink to have that extra save, but I guess with all the shields and the heal that we have on the team, Idra decided to go for the strafe upgrade instead. Divine Hurricane for the Uther, the Twilight Archon for Tacita, continuous winds for Brightwing, and Resurgence of the Storm for Tyrael. Whereas we see for ESV Wildfire the Storm Shield on Iacona, Dying Breath, Diablo, we just saw that a second ago, Pickles with the Resurgence of the Storm on the Sonya, and of course Big Red Button and Blast of Awe for Tychus Falstad. 9 kills against 6 kills so far, plant versus plant. And it looks like Bims wants to have some extra... Nope. cancel that. I was just wondering why the Hearthstone didn't really look like he needed the mana nor the heals. So he moves in once again. Few seats are being taken here. 18 against 2 now. Those are becoming very, very important in the game. Kills are nearly the same. 9 versus 6. Level 21 versus level 20. And plant meet is plant. The man reminds me a little bit of Warcraft 3. Ancient of Wars hitting each other the entire time. The good old days on Plunder Isle. Look, we have a few old schoolers amongst the viewers right now. Chill attack is dropping quite fast here in HP, but the same is also true for Poom. Oh, once again, Polymorph needs to be careful. Look at that damage. That Tacit out with the storms, one after another. But we have Pickles moving in, soaking up one of the Polymorphs, trying to get a good position here. Poom and Pickles low in HP. Pickles in trouble. Pickles running away. The healing ward doing some damage. Here comes the stun, but Pickles is being healed up. Oh, Malfurion. He owes Malfurion a beer. Here comes the jump, and oh, double kill. The Sonya and Diablo are down. Both of them will be back in a second, but nicely there in the end, just not enough. The engagement against Bims. Falstad about to drop, and Falstad dies as well. 3 heroes killed. But of course we have also Uther down, Wargreymon losing the Odin form, trying to move in again. Ayakona also in a little bit of trouble. We have Apocalypse being used by Diablo there once again. But Chill Attack and his team, Team Snowflake, is moving back right now. They are low in HP, and Chill Attack is in so much trouble. Gets unhorsed and taken out. It's another kill for ESV Wildfire. 12 kills against 9 by now. 3 kills by ESV Wildfire. Also 3 kills by Team Snowflake. But of course, with the resurgence of the Storm and the Souls on Diablo, those two came back quite swiftly. So at this point it's a 4 versus 3 in favor of ESV Wildfire. They are going for the camps now, and so they should. They have the map momentum in their favor, trying to move in. We have all 3 keeps for all of the heroes still. Every single team currently has those 3 keeps still alive, so not a single lane is pushing in with catapults just yet. It's all about those teams fights. It's about the mercenary camps pushing in, getting maybe a top lane pushing while you with your team go straight down to the bottom lane and start to push that in, distracting the opponent, catching the seeds, getting another plant, and you can really see how both teams are aiming for exactly that. Taking the hard camps, taking the small ones, and then going straight for those Garden Terrors again to get the next plant. That's what they're currently aiming for. Camps are pushing in every single lane right now. We have Chill Attack and Killax getting seeds now at Idra, all the way at the front as well. Bims with a fly in, it's just jumping from location to location, taking down the mercenaries that we see for Team Snowflake. We have all the way up to the top now Wargreymon, Kona and Pickles going for more seeds as the Knights are starting to push in, and those Siege Giants, they just don't stand a chance against them. Down to the bottom lane, Tacita took down the Siege Giants for ESV Wildfire. We have another plant already attacked. Both teams going straight for that plant, trying to get those seeds as fast as they can. And as it happens, we have actually those Knights going down against the Siege Giants. The top lane for Wildfire just pushing not strong enough against the Siege Giants push here. We have now 84 seeds against 76. They should hit the plant roughly at the same time. Snowflake being a bit faster. And look at that. Faye on Team Snowflake, they're getting the hard camp. They're getting the hard camp with a pretty good timing. If they catch the plant now, they will have not only the plant pushing, but also another hard camp for themselves. And they are already moving back. The hard camp is going down the bottom lane, and that's exactly what they needed here. We have the plant ready. Faye, is she moving in? No, they're all just going to up to the top. Where is... Okay, there it is. Uther, the healer. Healer takes the plant. Wall breached at the top, but it looks like the plant is starting to move in towards the top lane instead. Not enough seeds on ESV Wildfire. They do not... Oh, the leap and Pickles only hitting Faye. Apocalypse only hitting Killax here on the plant. Those ultimates are already down. It didn't really achieve anything. Judgment against Ayakona. Tranquility is also up. Chill Attack is in trouble, trying to move back. He needs a heal. He jumps out. Idra with all the damage thanks to the strafe. Odin form already down, and it looks like Wargreymon might die. Sonya dies first, has resurgence, but Tychus is history as well. Ayakona dies too. 2 heroes still down to the bottom lane. It's still the Knight starting to push in. Sonya is trying to stop that, while Snowflake is mercilessly pushing in the top lane. They smell blood in the water. They circle ESV Wildfire like sharks. Like sharks circle a gay dolphin. And did you know that, by the way, dolphins are gay sharks? Yeah, we learned something today. But Keelex and Chillatek are moving in towards Bims. They try to take the keep here. It's a 5 versus 3 still with a plan pushing. This could be more than only a keep. This could mean game. Are they able to push in and end it right now? They are certainly trying to. Already going in strong against the core. Not going for the second keep. They want to end the game. They don't want to have the core. Pickles goes down and not even the Shock and Awe can do anything about it. Chillatek is low on HP but moving back. Boom dies as well. And even the Apocalypse, the dying breath, is not helping them. Another last kill on the Fallstead and 5 heroes down for Team ESV Wildfire. It is Snowflake. They're going for it. They're taking the core. They're taking the game. They are taking the best of 3 series. A 2-1 in the end for Team Snowflake. After they lost the initial map, they won it on Garden of Terror twice. Very well done by Team Snowflake here. Congratulations. Nice effort by ESV Wildfire, but in the end, the momentum just shifting too much in favor of Snowflake. Hero damage here. Idra and LZ Gamer, Vala Tassadar supplying the most damage in the game. Tigers on 53,000 in the middle, not really able to get enough DPS in there in the game. Siege damage on the other hand, we have Tassadar with 122,000, Tyrell with 105. And the healing, of course, is something else that we want to take a close look at, where Malfurion did a great job here with those tranquilities. We have 105,000 healing against the 89 on Brightwing, but of course with the additional healing through Tassadar with the healing ward and Uther, that is just so much more than what in the end could be supplied here for Team ESV Wildfire. 18 kills against 10, a great series to start the VersaSphere Invitational for NA off, and we have Snowflake advancing in the winners match. They are going up, or in the winners bracket, they are going up against the winner from the match between Glorious Gaming and Symbiote Gaming. This is another game that we're gonna see on this channel very soon. Guys, I hope that you enjoyed the series, that you enjoyed the cast as well. Make sure that you subscribe to Khaldor TV if you like these games. Give it a thumbs up on YouTube, and also write in the comments what you thought about the game. Who do you think is going to take the tournament? And do you think that Team ESV Wildfire will be able to make it through the winners bracket, fight another day? We're going to find out soon enough. First of all, thank all of you for tuning in today. I'm going to see you guys next time with more Heroes of the Storm here on Khaldor TV.